It's soaking wet. I am in tears, like, oh God, this is scary. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do. It's so cold out here. And again, I'm from somewhere that's really fucking cold. But you're wet. Like, we're both soaking wet outside. It was awful. So then I say, okay, honey, stop fiddling. We got to get inside of the car and try AAA again. So we try AAA again, and we are able to get through to them, only to be told, I'm sorry, we don't do chains. And I yell in the background, like, Ben's, like, ready to give it, oh, okay, no problem. And I'm like, no, like, and I said, look, we're in the middle of nowhere right now. We're, like, 30 minutes, 40 minutes outside of Reno, and there's something wrong. We can't get the chains unhooked. And I tell her, I think they're stuck to something, or at least one of them is. And she's like, well, we really can't do anything. Call us when you are out of fuel. So we're panicking. We're like, oh God, nothing's, like, we're going to die out here. Okay, Ben's not thinking that. Ben's kind of just being a little bit more like, okay, well, I'm going to go out there and try again. And hopefully we'll be able to, try until we can't try anymore. He says, I'm just going to go outside alone. You stay in here and keep warm. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to let you just be out there and freeze. So I follow him out. And at this point, like, we are soaking wet. Like, it looks like somebody just took us, like, 2 rats and just dunked us into a barrel. Like, we are soaking wet. And I feel so bad for him. Like, his hands are white. I'm not even joking. His hands are absolutely white, and it's terrifying. So he's trying and trying and trying, and now I really start to see him truly, honest to God, panic. And when I see Ben panic, then it's like, oh God, someone who's the chillest, like, don't worry about it, dude. Like, he's truly panicking. And he's frustrated and, like, yelling, and we're both scared, and they just will not come off, and we had no idea why. So we get back into the car only to see our fuel is gone down a lot, and we realize it's because we're keeping the heater on in the car. So we turn off the car and enjoy the heat while it starts slowly dissipating and leaving the car, and it's terrifying. If push came to shove and we really thought we were gonna die, I would just say, fuck it, drive, ruin the car. The car is not worth our lives. So keep that in mind right now. But, this is our car. This is, like, the only car we have. We share this car. We want to make sure we can try to take care of it. But it's still, like, really, I just fucked up big time up here. It's really nerve-wracking. And we don't want to have to ruin the car. Again, if it became between the car and our life, we would obviously choose our lives. And our phones just have no service. We can't reach anyone. So at this point, we're kind of defeated until we see headlights of a truck pull up, like, super far behind us. And we're like, yes, finally a truck. They have all these, first aid, and they also have, repair things for the truck. Finally, I feel like we're gonna get saved. Everything's gonna be okay. So when that happens, we're super happy, excited again. And so we're like, great, okay, now we can get this all resolved and figured out. So before Ben leaves, because I'm about to leave with him, and he's like, no, I want you to stay here. And I said, no, it's okay, I'll go with you. And he like looked me in the eye and he's like, no, you don't understand. You are staying here. I don't want you to get hurt. You are not leaving this car again. If for some reason I come back and we can't get it get it fixed. I don't care. I don't want you coming out of this car again. You're staying here, and I am going to take care of this. It was, really an intense moment to just see this utter selflessness coming from him. And it really changed the course of our relationship for the better, because he really kind of, took charge of the situation. He was being just a really good person. So I said, okay, I'll stay here. But what made me freaked out was, I don't know if anyone was born in the late 80s, early 90s. In the middle of the 90s, there was this news story that broke out about this family that broke down in the middle of a blizzard. That's what's running through my head. And what ended up happening was the dad told the mom, and I think it was the two girls, to stay in the car. To stay in the car, and he was going to go try to find help. What happened was the dad froze to death trying to find help. And that's, Miss Emily, biggest worrier ever. All I can think about is that as he gets out of the car and disappears into the sleet. And that was petrifying, because the car behind us wasn't obviously miles away, but it wasn't close. We could barely see the headlights, and we knew it was a truck because of, the square, long, kind of oblong headlights. And it was just scary. It was just really scary. He disappears, and then I'm happy but scared at the same time, because, if anything ever happened to Ben, I would never forgive myself, especially after that speech he had given me. So he disappears, and he's gone for a few minutes, and I'm getting worried until I see his figure come forth through the sleet with the headlights in the back. And as he got closer, I could tell he was really upset. So he comes back, he gets in the car, and he says they didn't really want to help me. I tried to communicate to them that I was having some issues and that I couldn't get, the car going. And they just kind of were a little skeptical. They said, well, there's like a little clip in the back, a little lever you tick, and it, that should work. He told me he kept trying to tell them, no, it's not working. There's something wrong. And they still didn't, they were reluctant to help us. And I get it. A strange man soaking wet comes up to you and is like, hey, my car's broken down. I'm not going to fucking kill you or anything. I'm going to blow out my candle because I think it's burning. It is literally burning my light bulb. Huh. Bye, candle. Oh no, smoke! That's kind of cool. So we were both really disappointed, and I told him how afraid I was, and, I had the man that died in the blizzard, and he was really sweet, and he looked at me and he said, look, I love you so much, and I would never want anything to hurt you, and I don't want you to think that I'm going to die, because we're not. That's not what's going to happen. We're not in such dire straits that this will happen. He, takes a deep breath and he says, okay, I'm going to try one more time. I said to him, okay, if this doesn't work in the next 5 minutes, we are going to damage our tires. I don't care. I don't want to get stuck out here forever. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to be us. Deal? And he's like, okay, deal. And literally the second I sit in the car, I just see him pop up over the the side of the car with the chains, and he's like, yeah! And sure enough, they're like mangled on the top. He goes on the other side. The other side comes off easily. I guess in retrospect, we should have checked that side first. Look, we did a lot of stupid things here by not checking the weather. We should have refueled. We did a lot of stupid things. We were a lot younger. This was years ago. So let's get that out of the way. So it was amazing. The feeling of just being like, yes, we can finally go. And it was just amazing. So we get in the car, and the mangled chains, he just throws them in the trunk. He's freezing. Oh, my poor baby. His hands were just white and then like blue. Like they were absolutely white. He did suffer from a little bit of frostbite, nothing like super serious, but he couldn't feel his hands. And we were about 40 minutes out of Reno at this time. Okay, so let us continue. I did a little spill. When we got to the hotel, again, keep in mind, like, I had my hair done, I had my nails done, I had all my makeup done, so, like, standing in the rain, I wasn't really super concerned about making sure my mascara wasn't running or anything like that. And Ben was also nicely done up. He had a nice shirt on and his really fancy pea coat, and it was just, we looked, again, like two rats just like dunked in water and then presented on a platter in this really nice casino hotel. And when we show up, we're like, we have reservations. And part of me was a little nervous, like, okay, I'm still feeling like this is a scam. And she's like, oh yeah, okay, so you guys have, room number whatever, which was on the top floor, and it is, the suite. And I'm like, okay, so far everything seems good. But when we got to the hotel, it was everything and more than we thought it was going to be. I wouldn't say worth thinking like we were going to die, but I mean, it was worth the definite like travel. Like, oh my gosh, the room was beautiful. It was huge, like so many room for activities. It was massive, and it had this beautiful like hot tub jacuzzi just like right near the television, kind of, where you could just sit. And we watched Amy Schumer's show for like hours. We probably should have gotten out and done more, but the hotel was just so nice that we just wanted to kind of stay in and, get in the hot tub and have snacks and relax. It was beautiful. Everything was made out of mahogany, and the view was fantastic. It was really actually great. We ended up spending like, less than, and again, we went down, and when we did gamble, like the casinos were open all day, all night. When we did end up going down and gambling, we actually broke even, which is super awesome for us because that means we really didn't lose anything besides like the room. I mean, it makes so much sense to feel like, oh, this is too good to be true. And I understand why his, coworkers were like, no, don't do it. You're going to be, you're getting scammed. And again, I'm not saying like anyone going around offering vacation packages is not trying to scam you. I was just really fucking surprised. Like, that's the story of how me and my boyfriend almost, froze in the middle of the nowhere. What's interesting is eventually when we did get back home, we were kind of like, what was that? Was that just like a bad blizzard or, what was going on? And apparently it was one of the worst snowstorms they had in decades up there. So we got trapped in that, and it's just kind of like a crazy story. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for videos I upload every Friday, and I will do a sketchbook story time every month or so. Let me know what you guys think, and have a nice day. Don't get stuck in any blizzards. Bye bye bye.